Let's start with a question you probably didn't expect, one that sounds more like a plot twist from a tabloid than a real headline. Is France's First Lady, Brigitte Macron, secretly a man named Jean-Michel Trogneux? This bizarre theory has been whispered in online corners for years, but recently it exploded into the mainstream. Sounds like a bad spy movie, right? The kind of story you'd expect to see in a late-night thriller, not in the halls of power. Yet this wild conspiracy exploded online, spreading like wildfire across social media platforms and forums, eventually leading to a multi-million-dollar defamation lawsuit. Candace Owens, a commentator known for controversy and viral takes, took this rumor global, amplifying it far beyond France and landing herself in hot legal water. She didn't just mention the theory, she promoted it to millions, insisting Brigitte Macron was born male, fueling a digital firestorm that quickly spiraled out of control. The Macrons, no strangers to public scrutiny, finally drew the line and sued for $10 million, turning what started as internet gossip into an international legal battle with real-world consequences. Why does this matter? Because in today's hyper-connected world, a lie can become a weapon overnight, spreading faster than the truth can catch up. Rumors like these can destabilize governments, harass individuals, and poison public trust, leaving lasting scars on both reputations and institutions. This wasn't just a random attack. It was a targeted strike at the French presidency, using Brigitte as a proxy to undermine the nation's leadership and credibility. Now, it's a clash. The French establishment defending its dignity and the integrity of its highest office versus a media firebrand thriving on outrage and controversy. This is more than a lawsuit. It's a culture war over truth. Who gets to define it? And the real cost of spreading lies for clicks, chaos, and personal gain. In the end, it's a mess. An important global mess that shows just how vulnerable even the most powerful can be to the dangers of viral misinformation. And it all started with a rumor that should have been too ridiculous to believe, yet somehow found an audience willing to listen and share. But in the age of viral misinformation, nothing is too absurd. The line between fact and fiction is thinner than ever, and the consequences are real. To see why this attack stung so deeply, you have to understand the extraordinary journey that brought Emmanuel and Brigitte Macron together. Their love story is unlike any other in French political history, and it's captivated the public for decades. Emmanuel first met Brigitte when he was just 15 years old, a bright student in her drama class. Brigitte, 24 years his senior, was married and already a mother of 3. Their connection defied every expectation, sparking endless tabloid headlines and public fascination. The age gap, the teacher-student dynamic, the scandal was all irresistible to the French press. Macron's parents, alarmed by the relationship, sent him away to Paris, hoping distance would end it. But Emmanuel was determined. He told Brigitte, "Whatever you do, I will marry you." Years later, after Brigitte's divorce, the two reunited. In 2007, they finally married, proving their bond could withstand years of scrutiny and separation. Their age difference became a national obsession, dissected in magazines and debated on talk shows. But the Macrons never hid from the spotlight. They faced it together, openly sharing their story. Their resilience and unity became a defining part of their public identity, inspiring some and scandalizing others. That's what made the Jean-Michel conspiracy so cruel. It twisted their real hard-won love story into something ugly and false. The rumor didn't just mock their relationship. It tried to erase Brigitte's identity and undermine everything they'd built. It was a deeply personal attack, not just a political smear, striking at the heart of their partnership. The Macrons' response wasn't just about protecting their reputation. It was about standing up for their love and the life they created together. This wasn't just a smear campaign. It was an assault on their shared history, their family, and their future. That's why they fought back, refusing to let lies define their story. And that's why, in the end, this story is about much more than politics. It's about love, resilience, and the courage to stand together. So how did this rumor start? It began on a far-right French website in 2021, with a so-called investigation full of baseless claims and doctored photos. The story alleged Brigitte was born Jean-Michel Trogneux, her real maiden name twisted into fiction. For a while, it stayed on the fringe, circulating in conspiracy circles. But then, a YouTube livestream and a trending hashtag pushed it into the mainstream. Bots, trolls, and political opponents amplified it, turning a fringe theory into a national talking point. This is how modern misinformation works. It starts small, gets picked up by influencers, and then explodes on social media. The truth, less sensational, can't keep up. By the time fact-checkers respond, the damage is done. The lie has already gone global. Enter Candace Owens, an American commentator who thrives on controversy. In early 2024, she took the French rumor and broadcast it to her massive international audience. Owens didn't just share the theory, she championed it, framing herself as a truth-teller exposing a global cover-up. Her endorsement gave the conspiracy new life, forcing even mainstream outlets to address it. She translated a French fringe theory into a global news item, showing the power of individual media personalities. Outrage, not accuracy, is her currency. By targeting Brigitte Macron, Owens generated headlines and rallied her base. But this time, her words triggered a legal battle that crossed borders. France decided to fight back, and the world watched as the spectacle grew. The Macrons responded quickly and seriously. Brigitte, her children, and her brother, the real Jean-Michel Trogneux, filed a defamation lawsuit in France. French privacy laws are strict. Spreading such rumors isn't just tasteless, it's potentially criminal. The legal fight soon targeted Candace Owens, too. Suing an American commentator is tough. U.S. free speech laws make defamation cases hard to win. Still, the Macrons' lawsuit made headlines, pitting French honor against American free speech. Legal experts debated, could a French judgment reach Owens? Would the Macrons sue in the U.S.? The case exposed the challenges of regulating online speech across borders. For Owens, the lawsuit became more content. She framed herself as a free speech martyr. The stage was set for a landmark international showdown. Beyond the legal drama, this is a story about bullying on a global scale, a kind of harassment that's no longer limited by borders or language. In today's hyper-connected world, a single rumor can leap continents in seconds, affecting lives far beyond its origin. Imagine being Brigitte Macron, your identity and life attacked by a viral lie, unable to escape the constant barrage of misinformation no matter where you turn. This wasn't just political, it was a deeply personal violation, designed to erase her as a woman, wife, and mother, and to undermine her very sense of self. It's digital bullying, amplified by social media algorithms that reward outrage over truth, making it easier than ever for falsehoods to drown out reality. Anyone, anywhere, can now manufacture a lie and watch it spread worldwide, gaining momentum with every click and share. When we can't agree on basic facts, real conversation becomes impossible, and society itself starts to fracture along lines of belief and suspicion. The Macron-Owens saga forces us to ask, what's our responsibility in this new reality, where each of us is both a consumer and a potential amplifier of information? Every like, share, or retweet can make us part of the problem, even if we don't realize it in the moment. Our digital actions have real-world consequences, shaping public opinion, fueling outrage, and sometimes even changing the course of events. In the end, it's about choosing between truth and falsehood, empathy and cruelty, deciding what kind of world we want to help create. When faced with a wild story, do you spread it, or pause to ask for evidence, thinking about the impact your actions might have? This isn't just a celebrity lawsuit, it's a mirror for our times, reflecting how we handle truth, responsibility, and each other. The side you choose, whether to question or to blindly share, shapes the world we all live in and determines whether we move toward unity or division.